Week number 8 of the football season already as we get set for Caledonia in week number 8. Last week they knocked off Plainview Elgin Millville 48-0. Coach Carl Fruechte joining us. And Coach, what were the takeaways from last Friday night in your mind?
Well, we were extremely happy with our fast start. We had moved the game up to try to avoid, the real bad weather that we thought was coming. Um, in part to save our field, right? It's that time of the year, Darren, when you gotta, save your field. The maintenance crew does a great job taking care of that stuff, and we just didn't want to wreck it. But so I was a little bit concerned about, we had to move up all of our times that we do our stuff, and but our kids handled it really well, and we played fast, physical. Again, we got a lot of respect for our opponent, Darren. Plainview Elgin Millville's been a football power, and so it was a nice victory. Yeah, I felt like we got better.
And looking at the scoring summary in that game, 3 defensive touchdowns in that second quarter. Not only getting takeaways is important, scoring off them is important, and scoring directly off them even better. What made your defense so opportunistic last Friday night?
I just, they're really becoming students of the game, right? I mean, that's something that I think all of us are struggling with, is to get kids to concentrate and to stay focused and to pay attention to details, and our young men are starting to really do that, and that makes us proud, Darren. Those are the little things that we want them to take onto life, because they're going to have jobs, and we want them to pay attention and do their best for their employer, or hopefully they're self-employed, right? So just really attention to detail, and it was just kids taking advantage of their opportunities.
How do you go about selling to kids that those little things, such as film study and reading something little that can give you an advantage, can be so important in being successful or in having the result not go your way?
Yeah, again, when we watch tape, when we go over things, and obviously on the sidelines, you're trying to praise them in the moment for being in the right spot. My good friend Tony Boone is home here, and his son is getting married in town, and Tony and I played together, and he was talking about how even when our kids are out of spot, they get in spot real fast, and that was really good for me to hear, because it's like, yeah, you're not always going to be in the right spot, but you can adjust on the moment. And for us to give them that freedom to understand, hey, coach knows sometimes we're going to line wrong, but we're going to get aligned right before the start of the play, and that means a lot to me. That's leadership, that's ownership, that's taking the next step to be great.
And this week, you go to La Crescent, Hoka. Obviously, a win this week gets you the number 1 seed in the section. Do you even discuss that with your team, or is it a case of just focusing on the opponent in particular? And if we go out and do what we need to, the chips will fall where they need to.
Correct. You are absolutely right, Darren. We don't worry about seedings. I always have to remind people that we've won state as the 2nd seed in our section. It means nothing, and it means nothing when you're the 1 seed, right? It's foolish to just think, oh, we're if we get the number 1 seed, like, oh, okay, we got things set. That is not true. The Chatfields, the Dovers, the St. Charles, whoever I'm forgetting, they're all going to be trying to get us, and rightfully so. So our job is to get better, come out healthy, and find a way to beat La Crescent Hoka. Coach Terry Donovan is a good friend of mine. I think he's doing a fabulous job down there, him and his staff and his kids. Again, they've won the last 2 games. I know I sound like a broken record, Darren, but I think that's what young people need. We fear no one, but we respect everyone, and we expect a hard-fought game tomorrow.
And this is MEA week. Obviously, 5 days between games this week. It's something you deal with every year, and you have throughout your coaching career. Is your preparation planning schedule pretty constant in this MEA week, or do you change it at all based on circumstances?
No, we have kept it the same for the last 25 years or whatever it's been, Darren. We'll take Thursday off. We'll encourage the kids to get outside, go for a walk. Actually, we will really encourage them, get out in the woods, go up and down, go for a walk, get that blood flowing, get that lactic acid out of your legs and just get out in nature, right? And then Friday we practice a long time Friday. We go through everything for our next opponent. And then we actually, of course, take Saturday and Sunday off. Monday's a walkthrough, and then if we have a game Tuesday, we'll be ready for a game. If not, I do think, Darren, that it'll be the 1 seed and the 2 seed, I believe, get a bye this year. But we're preparing again for whoever. We'll take a look at who would be our next opponent. We'll prepare for both schools again, respecting everyone.
And you mentioned La Cresse and Hoka. They dropped their first 5 games of the year, but they've won 2 games in a row. What have you seen about them on film that will present a challenge come Wednesday night?
Well, their quarterback is fearless. It's Terry's son. He's slinging it. He's throwing it. I like 22. He runs hard. They got good skilled guys from 24 to number 2 to number 4. They look like they can run. And like we always tell our kids, Darren, tape always makes you look slow, so they're faster than what you think. And their defense, I believe it's Coach Vessel's running a 34 or 35, and it looks like they're coming on every play. So again, you got to make sure you pick up blitzers. You can't let them blow things up. And again, we expect a hard fought game, Darren. That's always going to be our mindset as long as I'm here.
All right, Coach, hopefully you can end the regular season in style and get yourself ready for the playoffs with victory Wednesday night. Keep your kids healthy. We wish best of luck.
Thank you, Darren. I really appreciate it, sir.
Caledonia coach Carl Fruechte. It's Caledonia and La Crescent Hoka to end the regular season Wednesday night.